I remember, yes? I remember when there were no questions. There were always questions. To exchange one set for another is no great matter. Answers, yes. There were answers to everything. You've forgotten. I haven't forgotten. How I used to remember my own name and yours. Oh, yes. There were answers everywhere. Look, there was no question about it. People knew who I was, and if they didn't, they asked, and I told them. You did. The trouble is, each of them is plausible, without being instinctive. All your life, you live so close to truth, it becomes a permanent blur in the corner of your eye, and when something nudges it into an outline, it is like being ambushed by a grotesque. A man standing in his saddle in the half-lit, half-alive dawn banged on the shutters and called two names. He was just a hat and a cloak levitating in the gray plume of his own breast. But when he called, we came. That much is certain. We came. Well, I can tell you, I'm sick to death of it. I don't care one way or another. So why don't you make up your mind? We can't afford anything quite so arbitrary, nor do we come all this way for a christening. All that preceded us. But we are comparatively fortunate. We might have been left to sift the whole field of human nomenclature like two blind men looting a bazaar for their own portraits. At least we are presented with alternatives. Well, as from now, but not choice. You made me look ridiculous in there. I look just as ridiculous as you did. Consistency is all I ask. Give us this day our daily mask. I want to go home. Which way did we come in? I've lost my sense of direction. The only beginning is birth, and the only end is death. If you can't count on that, what can you count on? We don't owe anything to anyone. We've been caught up. Your smallest action sets off another somewhere else, and is set off by it. Keep an eye open, an ear cocked. Tread warily. Follow instructions. We'll be all right. For how long? Till events have played themselves out. There's a logic at work. It's all done for you. Don't worry. Enjoy it. Relax. To be taken in hand and led, like being a child again, even without the innocence, a child. It's like being given a prize, an extra slice of childhood when you least expect it, as a prize for being good, or compensation for never having had one. Do I contradict myself? I can't remember. What have we got to go on? We have been briefed. Hamlet's transformation, what do you recollect? Well, he's changed, hasn't he? The exterior and inward man fails to resemble. Draw him onto pleasures. Lean what afflicts him. Something more than his father's death. He's always talking about us. There aren't two people living whom he dotes on more than us. We cheer him up. Find out what's the matter. Exactly. It's a matter of asking the right questions and giving away as little as we can. It's a game. And then we can go and receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance. I like the sound of that. What do you think he means by remembrance? He doesn't forget his friends. Would you care to estimate? Difficult to say, really. Some kings tend to be amnesiac. Others, I suppose, the opposite, whatever that is. Yes, but Elephantine. Not how long, how much. Retentive. He's a very retentive king, a royal retainer. What are you playing at? Words, words. They're all we have to go on. Shouldn't we be doing something constructive? What did you have in mind? A short, blunt human pyramid? We could go. Where? After her. Why? They've got us placed now. If we start moving around, we'll all be chasing each other all night. How very intriguing. I feel like a spectator, an appalling business. The only thing that makes it bearable is the irrational belief that somebody interesting will come on in a minute. See anyone? No. You? No. What a fine persecution to be kept intrigued without ever quite being enlightened. We've had no practice. We could play at questions. What good would that do? Practice. Statement. One, love. cheating. How? I hadn't started yet. Statement 2. Love. Are you counting that? What? Are you counting that? Foul, no repetitions, 3 lost, first game. I'm not going to play if you're going to be like that. Who's serve? Ha! Foul, no grunt, love 1. Who's go? Why? Why not? What for? Foul, no synonyms, 1 all. What in God's name is going on? Foul, no rhetoric, 2, 1. What does it all add up to? Can't you guess? Were you addressing me? Is there anyone? Who? How would I know? Why do you ask? Are you serious? Was that rhetoric? No. Statement 2, all game points. What's the matter with you today? When? What? Are you deaf? Am I dead? Yes or no? Is there a choice? Is there a God? Foul? No. No question. Non sequiturs. 3, 2, 1. Game all. What's your name? What's yours? I asked you first. Statement 1 must. What's your name when you're at home? What's yours? When I'm at home? Is it different at home? What home? Haven't you got one? Why do you ask? What are you driving at? What's your name? 2, love. Repetition. Match points me. Who do you think you are? Rhetoric. Game and match. Where's it going to end? That's the question. It's our question. Do you think it matters? Doesn't it matter to you? Why should it matter? Why does it matter why? Doesn't it matter why it matters? What's the matter with you? It doesn't matter. What's the game? What are the rules? Rosrncrantz. What? There. How was that? Clever. Natural? Instinctive. Got it in your head? I take my head off to you. They do. Now I'll try you, Gil. Not yet. Catch me unaware. Right. Ready? Don't be stupid. Sorry. Guildenstern. Quiet. Consistency is all I ask. Immortality is all I seek. Give us this day our daily week. Who's that? Didn't you know him? He didn't know me. He didn't see you. I didn't see him. We shall see. I hardly knew him. He's changed. You could see that. Transformed. How do you know? Inside and out. I see. He's not himself. He's changed. I could see that. Green, what afflicts him? Me? Him. How? Question and answer. Old ways are the best ways. He's afflicted. You question, I'll answer. He's not himself, you know. I'm him, you see? Who am I then? You're yourself, and he's you, not a bit of it. Are you inflicted? That's the idea. Are you ready? Let's go back a bit. I'm afflicted, I see. Green, what afflicts me? Right. Question and answer. How should I begin? Address me. My dear Guildenstern. You've forgotten, haven't you? My dear Guildenstern. I don't think you quite understand. What we are attempting is a hypothesis, and which I answer for him, while you ask me questions. Ah, ready? You know what to do? What? Are you stupid? Pardon? Are you deaf? Did you speak? Not now. Statement. Not now. If I had any doubts, or rather hopes, they are dispelled. What could we possibly have in common except our situation? Perhaps he'll come back this way. Should we go? Why? Oh, you mean you pretend to be him, and I ask you questions. Very good. You had me confused. I could see I had. How should I begin? Address me. My honored lord. My dear Rosrncrantz. Am I pretending to be you then? Certainly not. If you like, shall we continue? Question and answer. Right. Right, my honored lord. My dear fellow. How are you? Afflicted. Really? In what way? Transformed. Inside or out? Both. I see. Not much news there. Go into details. Delve. Probe the background. Establish the situation. So your uncle is the king of Denmark, and my father before him, his father before him, no, my father before him. But surely you might ask. Well, ask. Let me get it straight. Your father was king. You were his only son. Your father dies. You are of age. Your uncle becomes king. Yes. Unorthodox. Undid me. Undeniable. What were you? In Germany. Usurpation then?